Okay, that's where we're at with the waterline at the moment. You can see because there's all of the growth is now out of the water. And we've just been slowly doing that over the last sort of, well, year at least. You can see sort of all the different tide lines there. So that is pretty close to where we want to be sitting. Well, I guess the biggest question with all of this is what are we doing? Well, basically, the whole idea behind this is, first of all, it would be really nice to have it finished inside. And when we got the boat, it was pretty crappy, and all of the timber furniture inside was starting to delaminate, and there was rotten bits under where all the windows are, and it was leaking. And we've always known that the boat's been heavier than it should be. And then we sort of slowly started taking stuff out when we had to repair chain plates and, various bits and pieces like that. And it was like, got a bit of weight out, and that's really made a difference to how Paikea sails, and shall we take a little bit more out? And now it's got to the point where, we may as well just own it and do it properly. So while we're here in Spain looking after this gunboat, we thought we would work on Paikea at the same time. The aim has basically been, if we could take a ton out of the boat, then we feel that Paikea would be much more at the weight that Loch Crowther originally thought it should be, and the boat should perform a lot better. So that is the plan with taking all the timber out. So far, it's a pretty rough guide. Like, a lot of the original stuff that we started taking out, we didn't really weigh, but it's around 650, and that's including taking everything out and then putting the new structure back in. So we are ahead by 650 kilos, and we've only done one hull so far. So we are well on our way to taking that ton out of the boat, which is really exciting. We've had a few changes. This is now the resins and paints room. We do all our mixing up and stuff in there. And this will be his bathroom. We're keeping this structure. We're going to replace it all, make it composite, but the engine room door is in, which is nice. There is a little bit of bogging that I've done in these rooms. Shane has done the edge capping on one side of this bulkhead, but we've been widening them. And the boys helped me put in a bit of foam to straighten up that edge so that can be edge capped. Same on that other doorway. We've widened it at the top a bit and neatened it up. You see there's a lot of rainbow looking foams going in there, so it's been a bit of a mess, that one. We're just trying to tidy it all up. Busy doing bulkheads at the moment. Harry's just removed the fuel locker on the other side of the bulkhead, which means we can patch those two square bits there, and then I can bog and fair all of that. Same on the other side. That's looking pretty good. Quite happy with that one. And this is Oliver's bed base here. Well, that's actually the wing deck. I need to just prep and sand all that area there, and then I can bog that one.
Anywhere you go, give it all. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
So Oliver has been working on finishing off our carbon fibre hardtop. So because he's been pretty good with working out and building pump boards and doing his pumping and foiling, he's getting pretty good at fine tuning and finishing off carbon work. So we put him to work there. On the foredeck, poor Harry has drawn the short straw and he's in there prepping the fuel locker. Him and Oliver actually did work on doing, oh, I can't really see it, but they've already done that one. Okay, inside you will see, and it's been a bit rainy and stuff, so I don't know how good they actually look, but there are composite hatches and Shane is busy installing them now, so let's go and have a bit of a look at what he's up to. Oh, I'm gonna run out of battery. Actually he's working on doorways at the moment. So here is the installed hatch. Sorry? It is making a big mess. And you can see the 3D printed drains that he's put in. So 2 on each side. This one is draining into the daggerboard case, and then 1 hole forward of that. So that's all in and laminated. But at the moment, Shane is finishing off the laminating edge capping on the doorway. Because once we can get that done, we've got hatches in, floors in, daggerboard, bulkheads and crash boxes in here, and you can see we've started fairing. We've actually taken the roof off, or Oliver's ceiling, so we're going to make a new composite one of them. But this is like the last little bit, so once he just does this, we can finish off a lot of the prep for painting. Anyway, I'm going to charge this phone, this camera up, and put it on time lapse for you so you can see what's going on. Okay, so spend the morning finalising this outboard wall for paint. A lot of just seeing where all of the little imperfections I've missed are. And now we're just going to dust it all down and we will paint the outboard side. So it's quite exciting to get that far along in the process. Yeah, so I'm going to put it on time lapse and film some painting hopefully. behind that pole here is a man with a paint roller.
Yeah.
Doing a job that we didn't ever plan to do.
Yeah.
Which seems to be how we do this
And on a day,
refit.
it's not ideal.
Do you think it's going to rain?
I don't know.
It's definitely a bit moist.
Definitely.
Why are we doing this?
Because,
Because it looked really shabby.
well, it looked really shit. So,
Well, and two, you'd done half of it anyway, because you had to sand all of this to put the side hatches in. Okay, so why am I filming this? Well, the last 3 videos we've done have been all about these flush hatches that Shane's designed and we've been fitting. And it doesn't look like we've actually made much more progress than last video, but they're pretty close to being done. But what I wanted to talk about was all of these holes that now appear. There's a hatch under there. It's just got the cover on it because it's not waterproof yet. These are holes. Shane, there's 3 holes here. Right, so what's going on there?
the fairlead for the deckboard.
Oh yeah, this is where, okay, yeah, this is where this goes. Right, but that one there is for those stanchion sockets. So if you haven't seen the video on those ones, we have a 3 video series on how we put the composite stanchion sockets in. So for each one of those, because there's a socket there and it potentially has the ability to collect water, or it probably will, so we need to be able to drain it. But these here, you can see that one and that one correspond to that hatch, and they are the drainage holes. Obviously we don't need them for these ones because you can see the drain is pretty open, and we'll just getting distracted watching painting. So tell me, because I've got questions, Shane, about how those will work. And I guess the answer is, how does it drain out? Well, there's drainage holes, and you've 3D printed those little tubes. So it goes from the gutter of the drain into those drainage tubes, and then it just comes out the side of the boat, and it will drain on its own because there is a bit of camber in our deck.